Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. This is going to be for all my Capricorns, and this is a timeless reading, so it doesn't matter when I upload this video. It only matters when you decide to watch it. Now, if you find yourself connecting to any part of this reading, then it means it was meant for you. Never mind the other parts that you could not connect with or you couldn't relate to, because this is a collective reading, so some things may not be meant for you, but there could be something that can help you out. So keep it in mind as we go along. And also, there is some construction going on in my building, and it's unavoidable if there is some noise, but I do apologize. But we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna see if we can get through this if there is some noise. All right, now I asked your loved ones, what is it that Capricorn needs to hear right now? Okay, and they gave me the Page of Swords, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and the Hermit to start off with. Now, I haven't fully interpreted your message. I just laid your cards down. So we are going to be learning together. And right off the bat, I do see, or the sword in your case, I feel like you are the Page of Swords. I feel like there's something that you are trying to communicate with somebody else. And you're finding it hard to find the right words to not only make sense of what went wrong or what happened, your actions, what you've done, what they've done. I feel like you're trying to make them understand not what you did, but understand what you did was what you were not intending to do. So if we start off over here, because I did ask them, okay, what do you have your eyes on right now? What is preventing you from finding those right words? Because you see here, you're holding a sword ready to defend or make sense or to interact over here. But your eyes are over here. So I want to know what are you paying, what is on your mind? What are you concerned about? What seems very intimidating for you? Because I get this sense. In my mind, I saw a wall, like if it was the Great Wall of China, and you're standing at the wall and you look up and the wall just rises up. Like, it's very big and intimidating. And you got the Three of Swords, the Seven of Swords in reverse, and the Chariot. So I feel like what's coming at you is this, if we could imagine a chariot or a vehicle, and in this vehicle has heartbreak, it has betrayal, it has conflict, it has anger, disappointment, frustration. Okay, it has a lack of accountability, it has lies, it has unspoken truths. So maybe you didn't lie, but maybe you haven't told the truth. So everything that you've been holding in and trying to cover up is coming at you. It is coming at you. So in a way, it's like a metaphor of having something being revealed is what you're worried about when you have this conversation that needs to be had with the person that you care about, or with that person who just needs to hear the truth from you. And I was wondering, okay, you have this chariot or this vehicle coming at you, but who's in the driver's seat? Who is driving? And I pulled out, let me see, the reverse King of Cups. So it is a man, the King of Cups, but you could be a man or woman, right? It doesn't matter. But the King of Cups came out. He is in the driver's seat of this chariot coming at you. Now, we could take it as the person in your life who is going to come at you with, aha, I want to take a look at this betrayal, or I want to take a look at this heartache. I want to take a look at all the things that you haven't said to me. So they're confronting you. I feel like you fear that they're going to confront you by surprise, or it's going to take you by surprise. So that's why you have your head turned just in case they find out. And this is not going to be for everyone, okay? But take whatever you can connect with. If this isn't a partner, this isn't, you know, your spouse, this isn't a family member, this could also be at work, or you're just trying to keep something from someone. I'm not saying necessarily that you were the person who has betrayed someone, but there could be something that you're holding back that really needs to come out, but you've been holding back on telling the truth on how you really feel, because the King of Cups is the king of emotions, and he is someone who has I don't want to say control, but he does have balance in his emotions. He's able to feel every type of emotion, but he doesn't let it overwhelm him, or he doesn't let his emotions control his actions. But the King of Cups is in reverse in this driver's seat. So it's almost as if this isn't a partner who you're afraid of coming out, or a person, just someone in your life, personal, professional, whatever, if you're not afraid of them coming after you, confronting you with this truth or with this heartache, this could be you, representing you, yourself, your inner self, your shadow self, that is coming towards you with all these emotions, and you're like, oh, I am not trying, I don't have the time to feel all these heavy feelings right now. So you're keeping one eye here, all the while you're trying to have this conversation, or at least you're gearing up for, you're preparing yourself to have this conversation. And I asked, okay, so what are you trying, I don't want to say spin, I have the word sugarcoat, but maybe some of y'all are trying to sugarcoat a truth. But I did ask your loved ones, okay, what are you trying to make sense of? Or what are you trying to, in this conversation that you have to have, what are you trying to make someone believe? All right. You have the 3 of Wands in reverse, the 10 of Swords in reverse, and the Page of Swords in reverse, okay? It looks like you want other people, or this person, it could be a group of people as well, you want them to believe that any type of disappointment or setback, it was not your fault. And I get that the page, if you were represented by the Page of Swords here, now it's in reverse, you want people to say, hey, it wasn't me. It is not me. Any disappointment or betrayal or setback, it wasn't me, or it wasn't my intention. It was never my intention for that to happen. Whatever happened, it wasn't your intention. And yeah, it wasn't your intention. But I did want to ask too, okay, what is this Wheel of Fortune reverse? Wheel of Fortunes represent new beginnings, possibilities, blessings that could come your way, but now it's in reverse. So what is it, something that you want the other person or group of people to believe wasn't your fault? So I pulled out here the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, 10 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands in reverse. So you want people to believe all the struggle that you're going through right now, that every time you feel like you're taking one step forward, you take 2 steps back, or you've been hitting a lot of bad luck lately, or just things aren't progressing. You want to communicate that the struggles you are going through, or that the other person or group of people are going through, that's not you. That is not your fault, okay? It's just life. It's just universe. Things go slow because the 8 of Wands is about rapid change coming your way. and it's in reverse, you it's out of your control, is what I feel like some of y'all want to make known or have that be believed, is that it is what it is. Like, you don't have control of the universe or what happens for some of y'all. And what else do you want other people? What else are you trying to have conversation about? I'm gonna pull 3 more cards. Okay, we have the Empress in reverse, the Ace of Swords in reverse, and the 9 of Pentacles. So it looks like you want this other person or group of people to believe, or even you may even want to believe this yourself. Okay, so if you're not trying to convince somebody else or talk it through with someone else, you want to talk it through with yourself. So this could be a conversation that you're trying to have with yourself in order to make sense of things, or in order to receive closure, or to heal, or to just move forward in your life. You're trying to believe or make other people believe that this missed opportunity in the recent past, or this failure, or this disappointment or rejection will not influence what you have, what you currently have. So you could have lost out on money, you could have lost out on a relationship, you could have lost out on some type of business deal, there could have been trouble in a marriage or a relationship, there could have been trouble, and you want other people to believe, or you yourself, that you can get through it. So even if something failed, you're still going to be okay, because there's already stuff to be grateful for, or there's stuff that can keep you afloat, or, because the 9 of Pentacles is someone who already has success, or they have financial stability, or they have comfort and security within themselves and within their home, right? So they don't lack much in their life. But yeah, it looks like that is something about this conversation is you're like, we're gonna be okay, all right? I messed up, or things have been messed up, but we can get through it. And let me take these off so that y'all can see. I did ask what has been so slow moving with the 8 of Wands. What is it that you've been struggling carrying? What have you been carrying? Or what has the other person been carrying that feels so slow moving, that has been, a source of your concern, or a source of unhappiness or dissatisfaction in your life? And I pulled out these 3 here. Can y'all see? So we have the Knight of Wands in reverse, 3 of Wands, and the Strength in reverse. You have some type of negative feeling. So either a lack of motivation, a lack of passion, maybe regret, shame. There's just something that you don't want anymore. And even if things have been okay with the 3 of Wands, and notice that you have a lot of 3, a 3, a 3, and 3s represent a team. So this has to deal with other people in your life in this message. And here with this 3 of Wands, this looks like this just represents, okay, you had some good things in your life going on, but you really don't want to work on it, or you don't want it anymore. And you find it hard to, you're almost afraid to tell the other person or that group of people that you don't want to anymore, that you don't want to fulfill that role, or you don't want that relationship, or I know y'all came up with a shared goal to work on, and now you don't want to work on that goal anymore. There's just something that you want to give up on, but you're afraid to tell them. And while they're over here still in it, I feel like the person or group of people in this reading that is on your mind, they're still in it, they're still working on things, and they're like, oh, come on, why have things not succeeded yet? I feel like they're the ones going, oh my Lord, like, why can't this marriage work? Why can't this relationship work? There's always one problem after another, and we're doing everything that we can to make it work. And you, Capricorn, you're still dragging your feet. And again, take whatever you can connect with. But it does feel like the other people involved, they're like, Capricorn, what's going on with you? And you keep telling them, it's fine, it's okay, everything's going to be okay. But is it? That's the interesting part. Now, I did ask your loved ones, okay, if right now you're experiencing this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, what would it look like for Capricorn if the Wheel of Fortune was upright? What in your eyes looks like good fortune? What in your eyes looks like new beginnings or new blessings in your life? And these cards actually fell out of the deck. You have the Nine of Swords in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles, and they're all in reverse, okay? And it looks like to you, what seems like a new beginning is if you confess what needs to be said, this untold truth. You want it not to overwhelm this person or the group of people in this reading. You want it not to overwhelm them. You want it not to scare them. And for some of y'all, you just want them to not hate you or to not resent you or be disappointed in you. You want them to still accept you for who you are and for what you want. And I don't know what type of truth that needs to be told, but I do see that it's weighing heavy on your heart and something that very much scares you. And the only good outcome that you can see is that if you speak what's on your mind, what's on your heart, or in your heart, that it's going to go well. Or at least y'all can come out of it on the other side, still being supportive of each other, still loving each other, or still working with each other. And if that is not the case, I do see that once you get, if that isn't you, right? This isn't you worrying about that. I feel like the best scenario for the Wheel of Fortune being upright for you would just look like you being able to say what's on your mind and you being able to just live in your truth as the person that you want to be. Because if we look at the Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, and I got this in Sagittarius's reading as well. Now with the Queen of Pentacles, and I'll put it up right. With the Queen of Pentacles, she's holding this Ace of Pentacles. And what you could be holding on to would be everything that you love and value. That could be children, family, a partner, a career, hopes, dreams, something that you really value. This could also be materialistic. This could be your home. It could be your lifestyle, that comfort, security, that finances can bring to people. Whatever you value, you holding on to, right? But here we have this woman, and y'all could be man or woman, okay? This is just symbolic. This woman is holding this Ace of Pentacles, but she is not a queen. But it's almost as if it's a detransition from a queen to a regular person, but still holding on to this Ace of Pentacles. For me, it looks like, because of the reverse, it looks like you want to be able to confess or tell other people you no longer want to be a queen. You want to become a regular person. So you can take out queen and put in you don't want to be in a relationship, or you don't want to be At this job, you don't want to, you can put in whatever it is that you currently are and what you actually want to be, okay? It's just you want to shed the skin of someone else that you've been for so long, and be someone that you actually are happy with, or it aligns with your purpose, it aligns with who you are on the inside. You just want to live more authentically. That feels right for you. So in a way, for some of y'all, the best case, or for the wheel of fortune to be upright, it's just for you to finally live as the person you want to be. Now, this card did fall out, the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is all about making a very difficult decision. But it's only difficult because you don't know. You don't know the right words to say. You may not know what you even want. Or you may be afraid of what the outcome could be. That's why it is a difficult decision. But it's one where once you figure out mentally what works best for you, then you're going to be able to make that choice. And I think that is the underlining theme of this whole reading, is making those difficult choices. Do I tell the truth? Do I tell some of the truth? And do I live authentically as who I am, or as what I want, what I need? Or do I live for my loved ones, my family, my partner, whatever my boss needs, or whatever my company needs? Do I make them happy, or do I make myself happy? Difficult choices. Now let's see what else your loved ones have to say. I'll leave this out for the common theme. What else? Sometimes. So you have the Knight of Wands in reverse, the Eight of Swords in reverse, and the Queen of Swords in reverse. Remember, you were represented by the Knight of Wands in the beginning of the reading, as well as the Page of Swords, but also the Knight of Wands. And this was to explain how unhappy you may feel, or how unfulfilled you may feel in the role or the roles that you currently have. And it looks like your loved ones want to tell you. They see that you're not happy, and they see that things need to change in order for you to feel more fulfilled again. But the only way for you to make changes in your life that will get you to a place of happiness, and that will get you to a place of feeling more fulfilled, is for you to tell the truth and all of the truth. And once you speak your truth, live in that truth. Don't go back to trying to sugarcoat or soften the truth, or to hide some parts of the truth in order for you to feel better and in order for other people to feel better. Just live in that truth. So speak up, Capricorn, and let people know just how you feel, what's been on your mind, what's been going on with you. And you may be surprised at what happens, because something good can come out of it. Let's pull 3 more cards and see. Okay, let's just move it up for y'all to see. But wow, so you have the Knight of Wands, the Tower in reverse, and the Tower. I feel like because you're trying to shed your skin, or to tell your truth, and because you're trying to live as your authentic self, your loved ones want to tell you, if you continue to be someone that you don't want to be, or to fulfill those responsibilities that you don't want to do, right? If you continue to do them, you may experience some uncomfortable or painful changes that will be made by the universe. So if you do not make changes now, The universe will, and it's going to be hard lessons that you will be learning. Given the Tower, certain changes are very much needed in your life and perhaps in the lives of other people, just by you having this conversation and just by you living more authentically as the person that you want to be and need to be. Anything else? 3 more cards, please. So we have the 9 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords reverse, and the Temperance.